Mary meet Virgo. Virgo, sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. This is a 2-week reading for all you Virgos starting today, the 6th of December, 2023. We are reading today with this Tarot del Romero, and I've already purified with this beautiful Agua de Colonia Concentrada by Alvarez Gomez. So this is a very shuffled deck of cards, and I'm going to give it a nice clean cut, and we'll see what's in the cards for all of you gorgeous for all of you gorgeous Virgos starting today, the 6th of December, 2023. 2-week reading, all Virgos. Queen of Swords, love her. Miss Thing. The Fool. And, hello. We have the Nine of Cups. Okay, this is wonderful. I like that you're leaving the Queen of Swords behind you in favor of the Fool. In favor of the Fool. See, the Queen of Swords likes to think she knows it all, and the Fool does know it all because it doesn't know anything. It knows it doesn't know and therefore has access to all wisdom. It knows that it's innocent and available for direction and available for inspiration, and therefore it has access to all. Whereas she, this part of our personality that's the Queen of Swords, which thinks that she knows everything, she has no room for knowledge, for actual knowledge. So the best that she's capable of is her little function, and that's sowing discord, nurturing conflict, because that's all she knows how to do, because she's not interested in being open and receptive to divine wisdom. That's not her thing, but it is the Fool's thing. And this is you making a very clear movement away from Queen of Swords and into the Fool. And when you do that, what you get is a very satisfying experience with that Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is a very satisfying card, very satisfied experience within this Nine of Cups, because you are magnetic to all your good. You don't have to manipulate things. You don't have to criticize things. You don't have to have any kind of judgment, because everything comes to you that is for your highest good, and you have all your needs met, and then everything works out in beautiful ways. Now, that's not to say you don't have work to do. Obviously you do, but it's the mindset is very different for you, coming from that Fool point of view versus that Queen of Swords point of view. And so I'm not sure what's caused this for you, but I am glad that it has happened for you. Let's see if the cards can tell me a little bit more about that. We've got the Knight of Swords. Oh, okay, well, that makes sense. 7 of Swords, good. And the 2 of Wands. Okay, so I asked why you were so into the Queen of Swords and now you're not. It seems like you were allowing yourself to be helped into the Queen of Swords by other people that didn't have a clue. Misery loves company, right? So it seems like you were allowing yourself to be helped into that Queen of Swords mentality. And for whatever reason, you've decided against it. And now the 7 of Swords is a complete upgrade. Where there was discord, there is harmony. Where there was poverty, there is prosperity. Where there was illness, there is health. Right? Where there was controversy, there is peace. And this Fool is a peaceful card. This Fool is a very peaceful card. Now, the Fool can mean foolishness in some contexts, but I don't see that in this reading at all. I see pure innocence, and an absence of this judgment, an absence of this conflict. And I'm assuming it's because you chose against it. But for whatever reason, there has been and is right now being a complete upgrade from what there was with all of this controversy, all of these judgments, all of this negative experience that was going on for you, into this innocent, free, open, very filled with possibilities experience that I'm seeing now. and where you're headed, like I said, it's so satisfying. Now, the problem, though, with you is the tendency toward impatience when things start getting satisfying. You have to learn how to let it unfold as it will. You can't say, well, since it's unfolding so well, why can't I have it all right now? You got to be careful of that, because what that does is it puts you right back into this Queen of Swords energy. Because she's looking for what's not good. Now, there is, it's not that there's not a purpose sometimes for looking for what's not working. That's called editing. When you go through something and you're like, okay, I'm looking for all the mistakes, I'm looking for all the problems that need to be fixed. That's a good editor, and you're good at that. But see, that's not the Queen of Swords, even though she wants you to believe. All she's doing is editing. That's what she wants you to believe. But that's a guise that she plays. She's not just being an editor. She's coming in as an editor sometimes under that pretense in order to sow discontent in your mind so that you can't be happy. There's a very big difference. So don't let that fool you. Don't let that part of your mind fool you. Nothing wrong with editing. Nothing wrong with going in and looking for the problems so that you can fix them. That's nothing wrong with that at all. But that's not what the Queen of Swords' game is. The Queen of Swords wants you to believe that's all it is, but she's there with a different agenda altogether. Her agenda is to undo your happiness. And one of the ways that she can undo your happiness, and it's always just temporarily, because you're always going to get back on the track. I can see that very clearly here. But what she can do is delay, and that's through impatience. That's trying to say, see, this isn't good enough. This isn't good enough. You need more. And you're kind of being called to just have a period of time over the next couple of weeks, Virgo, where you're capable of saying, I don't need more. I don't need more than what I've got. There's nothing but perfection in what I'm experiencing. I'm going to practice letting everything be exactly the way it is. And when I can let everything be exactly the way it is and not try to change it and not try to judge against it and not try to see what's wrong with it, this Fool energy prevails. And when the Fool energy prevails, you're the winner. You're the winner, because remember, this is the wild card usually in the games of tarot. So this can even win when the World card is played, and that's the highest trump, because this has no number. Sometimes they call it the 0 card, but it really, in the old decks, it didn't have a number. It was above it all. Why? Because it's purely innocent. It's the soul that is not encumbered by worldly passions, by worldly needs, by worldly anything, and therefore it has power over the world. And so when you are allowing yourself, when you are allowing your life to be exactly the way it is without judgment, then you're coming from the point of view of the Fool, and you have power over the whole thing. And like I said, even within that context, very often part of that innocence is, and therefore, let's go and edit things. Let's go look and see where there's a problem. Let's go look and see where there's a problem so that we can fix it. Right? Sometimes that is there, but don't mistake this Queen of Swords energy for that, because it's not. And you can tell by the way you feel. You can tell by the way you feel, because she likes to sow discontent. She likes to have grievances. She likes to kind of hate on people. And she likes to do it in a sly way so that you don't say, oh, whoa, wait, I don't want to be like that. So she doesn't like to be too extreme unless she knows she can get away with it. And when I say she, I'm talking about a dormant personality facet within the mind of all human beings. So it's not just you that has this, but this has been in the past up for you. And since it's in your reading now, even though I don't see that she's really activated, she can get activated if you allow yourself to expect that things move in a certain way at a certain clip. Instead, allow yourself to be the Fool and just say, I'm going to look with wonder at that which is before me, to steal from Florence Scovel Shinn. That was one of her lines. I'm going to look with wonder at that which is before me. That's the fool's energy. And when you can look with wonder at that which is before you, you no longer need to hurry things up. You let things be the way they are. You let things take as long as they take. And you enjoy the process because you can see that everything is working itself out in a wonderful way for your highest good, because you are the fool and you have dominion over the entirety of the deck. You have dominion over the entirety of your life when you're coming from that innocent experience where you don't need to change anything. You see how that works? When you need to change things, you limit your ability to change things. When you don't need to change things, then it's just a preference. Do I want fish or chicken? It's not like a big deal. Whereas if everything is a big deal, you can't even get to the banquet table to enjoy to order whether it's fish or chicken. So when you're from the fool's point of view, where you're allowing things to be the way they are without judgment, making a preference or a choice is very easy, and you have dominion over it all. But when you're coming from the Queen of Swords point of view, where you're making things wrong and they have to be a certain way, and why is it taking so long and all of that, you're out of the fool's energy and you have no power in a situation. That's why in magic very oftentimes we say you have to get to the point where you don't care about your spell in order for it to manifest. It seems like a dichotomy, but it's actually the height of magical skill. It's the height of wisdom. And that's what you're being called on to do, is to have that sort of Zen experience where everything is perfect just the way it is. And that's not to say, again, that you can't then make a choice, because you can. That gives you the power of choice. So you're doing really, really great. I'm glad to see that you're leaving this queen and her henchmen in your past, and that you're making new choices for that upgrade. You want to keep doing that, and don't let her pull you back down by getting dissatisfied with the way things are working out. Because there's nothing for you to really be dissatisfied with ultimately, because everything is moving absolutely, I should say, in the right direction. And it's going to be just a matter of time. So enjoy the journey, because it's a beautiful one. Thank you so much for being here today. And thank you to the amazing moderators, Heather and Dre. We'll see you in 2 weeks, Virgo. Blessed be.